everyone. I'm Captain Logan, and I'm excited to be joined today by Osmany Gomez, who is the visual effects designer, mastermind behind the Batman '89 game demo that caught wildfire a few weeks ago, and was all over the kind of geeky circuit. Everybody was reporting on this. It was an incredibly impressive piece of art, and it came out of nowhere, and everybody was like, what is this? How can we play it? How can we get our hands on it? Who is this indie path guy? And I reached out and got him to accept an invitation for an interview, and graciously he is here tonight, and we're going to go ahead and chat a little bit about the demo and how it happened, and Osmany's fascination with Tim Burton and the 1989 Batman and Batman Returns. So Osmany, thanks so much for joining me, man.
Thank you for having me. Thanks a lot.
Before we get into this, let me ask you about the video getting taken down from YouTube. So it's not available on your channel anymore. There's some other people who have uploaded it. At the moment, it's still possible to go find it. There was a guy I found, PS5 Intel has it uploaded right now. So there's a couple places you can still go back and find it, and I'll put a link in the description. Hopefully that stays there for a little while. Do you have any idea why that happened?
I don't have idea. I don't know why Warner took down the project, but I think that was a risk that I had. I was worrying too because I know all about the copyright stuff, and the Batman is from Warner, and I think that of course the project in any case called the attention of Warner Brothers. I don't know why, because I'm only one developer, and I was trying to do only a walkthrough demo. There is no game mechanics and all that kind of stuff. It was only the graphics demo from Batman. I made that. I put the video in my YouTube channel. I created a YouTube channel, and in 3 days I got like what 4,000 subscribers and a lot of views. I think that took attention for Warner, because I know they are maybe in this process of release new games of Batman. Maybe that would be like a conflict for them. I don't know. So I'm happy because the people knows about my work, but at the same time it's a little sad because it was a huge project. I spent a lot of time in this, and we have to understand that's a common process. That's a big company copyright, so we can do nothing about that. That's because I was posting disclaimer on the video all the time. This is a non-commercial project. This is will be not a real game. So even posting that inside the project was Warner brought down the project. So you know.
Yeah, I wondered if Warner's actually saw it themselves or if it was simply YouTube copyright bots. Warner's doesn't seem to typically go after fan films or things like that too often, so I was very surprised that it was taken down.
Me too, because I when the demo was the video, not the demo, the video was taken down. I made a research for another Batman games, fun games, because I was like, okay, my video was taken down, or I need to find out if it is, some projects on internet like that, like this. Yes, there are a few Batman video from fun games from 1 or 2 years ago. Hopefully they have a plan to make an old school Tim Burton Batman game. I hope so. Would be amazing.
Me too. I'll say I hope it looks as good as yours.
Because like you, or like a lot of people maybe are watching this video right now, this is a dream come true. I always want to have a game like this, real, Tim Burton Batman game. And before doing this video, this demo, I was researching by internet if there is a, if was sorry if the if some people made this before and don't. There is that time no, there is no any game about Batman Tim Burton. Yeah, I was very glad to carry the flag with that.
Yeah. Well, it's in. Let me just say before I get to the next question, it's incredible, and it's like my dream Batman game. It was cool enough in the Arkham games to be able to play with the '89 skin, but to actually see those locations in the kind of detail that you put
Yes.
them is a thing that me and a lot of '89 Batman fans have always wanted to see in some capacity. I think that the interest is absolutely there for Warner's to sell a game like that, and I think that's a lot of why it caught on and so many people were posting about it.
I want to tell you something. For me, is the this was the was this that is happening right now with the Batman demo is the most important thing in my entire career as as a graphic designer. When you do something for the fans are very smart people and very dedicated people to all that they know. I don't know how to say. I I I read reaction from any details of the project that I realized I don't I wasn't thinking that how people can realize that there is an issue in this part of the project, or maybe the suit of the suit of the Batman is the Batman suit, because I was to, a lot of people was like angry with me because the suit was the Batman Return suit, for example. But I was planning to make a demo about Batman Return at first. Look, I decided to jump to Batman 1989, the first Batman movie, because I was more, I see the aesthetic was most interesting to work with than the Batman Return is more like a Art Deco style, is more less dark than the first part of Batman. So I decided to, but yeah, in that time I had the the Batman model made. So I decided to use the Batman Return suit with the first movie, because my intention was like made a Batman Tim Burton universe, not my Batman 89 movie. So
And you designed a penguin before you made a Batman.
yes, I designed. That's the first character that I designed, the penguin. Yes, and both character was to make a test before in between Unreal Engine and the ZBrush and substance painting that I showed to to make model, to sculpt modeling, to make character, and I was trying to handle how the workflow was between those all.
So, how long did the full demo take to develop? And can you talk a little bit about how you started it just as a character model, and then it blew up into the a lot of the city and the whole Batcave and
Yes, it was like 8 months of my free time is between, I don't know, 10 to 3 or 4 a.m. So was the first that I did was the Penguin Man. I was trying, as I said, to know the workflow between those programs because I want to improve my knowledge. Yeah, I started to know how Unreal Engine works because I came from the VFX world. We use Maya 3D software, but Unreal is a different approach. It's real-time game engine. The requirements are different, so I was trying to deal with that. I always pick some kind of inspiration in order to practice by myself. So I finished the penguin. I posted the video. I don't know if it was in LinkedIn. I don't remember. And I saw a little reaction, like all the people like it, and then I made the Batman. Oh, let me try with Batman. I made the Batman. So I said, oh, why? Let me make some location and put the Batman to work. But a friend of mine was telling me, hey man, how put the Batman to work and make the environment in order to get how you can handle with this task. So I made that. I made the cover, and I put a little video in LinkedIn. Um, People like it a lot. So everyone was, what? But I need to see more. I need to see this. I need to see that. I was, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to make a Gotham City, and I'm going to make the route to get to Gotham, to make that epic moment with you. You start with the car, but between the tree, and in some point the city comes up with the Batman side. So I mind all that in my mind, like an epic moment, because I don't want to show all the stuff at the same time. I want to bring this experience that you are with the dark forest, and you get all that amazing view like a movie. So when I decided to do Gotham City, that was the most very painful moment with me to me, because I had to do that by myself, and it was very very hard to do. So I tried to do the best I could. By I am I A friend of mine helped me with the Batimobile modeling. I didn't make the Batimobile. It was a friend of mine. I actually, he is on the credits. He's called Richard Martinez. He's a very good professional, and he helped me a lot with that, because I at that time I didn't have time to make the Batimobile, because it's so hard to make. You have to be some perfectionist in order to get a realistic, a good approach to the original model. So, and yeah.
But you did everything else yourself,
Yes,
besides music, of course.
yes,
Can you talk a little bit about that? About how the music came together, and
yes.
who the composer is, and
So in the middle of that project, I received a lot of requests. I really very grateful for those guys that wrote me in my Facebook chat about they want to be in the project with as a musician. But I didn't plan to at that time. I didn't thought about making music for the project. I was thinking about buy some music and put it into the project, and that's it. So Bonnie Bonnie Bai is great for me. He's a very professional musician, and he wrote me, and he sent me a link at that time with their portfolio with the music. Um, we connect immediately. So he talks Spanish like me, for Mauricio.
that helps.
Yeah, that helps a lot. But the good thing about Bonnie is he is very professional. He understood very very quick how this was about. He understood. I was talking with him, and man, you can do your own stuff. It will be great, because even though we avoid the copyright by music in case I was planning to upload the video on YouTube. So if you upload the video on YouTube with the Danny Elfman music, maybe the copyright issue will be took down the video more fast, even more fast. So Bonnie made the stuff, but he never lose that creepy accent that Tim Burton stuff need. I was talking about with him about that. Hey man, we need to keep that creepy, feeling about. And he started to listen Danny Elfman, how Danny Elfman handled that creepy style, about, musically. So for me, he nailed it. He made a great job. He synchronized the all the cinematic that I have with the music, which is amazing for me. And I think the project and the music is all in the same hand together. If I see if the music is bad, the project could be mess the project. So I'm very glad with the work Bonnie. We also now have a great friendship. Is yes.
That's great.
Yes, I hope to in the future to work with him in other projects. I don't know when, but he's a great musician, and for me, it's perfect the music. Even some people wanted to hear the Danny Elfman iconic music. I understand that because Batman, this is a iconic music from Batman. So unfortunately, because copyright, I could do that. I couldn't do that, but uh, that was a issue that's become for me in the great solution because other people apport their creation to this project, and that's worked very well for me.
Well, and it's one of those things where you created art out of adversity because I mean I think it's one of the things that grabs you right away. I really expected to hear Danny Elfman music right away when I was like, is this original music? Where did he get this? And then as I'm watching the demo and listening to it, it fits it perfectly. But it's also very modern. Like it has that Elfman quality, but at the same time, it seems like the perfect gap bridger to me between '89 and the Arkham series. And if it was an original, if it was actually a game that was produced, you wouldn't want to just hear the Danny Elfman music the whole time. That's what the Lego games did. And you get stuck in your head, you get kind of sick of it, you want something new.
And the good thing is, I tell you that if I were trying to put the Danny Elfman music in that game, would be a tough, hard task to do because that music is was not designed for the game. So
Yeah.
I didn't have the loop sequence that I need to for example, for the UI menu, the main menu. Bonnie came from the game industry. He has a lot of experience with that, and he understood right away how to work with that kind of music. And he gave me all the loops, all that I was need to in order to get that like a game. So I make a little test putting the movie music and the game at the same time, and the Danny Elfman music is like a roller coaster of emotion. It gets very very high and have all this kind of ups and downs. And for a game, sometimes will be difficult because you have a static screen when you have a menu, you have options, and the music have to be like quiet or like a looping thing, because you have an static image in your front your eyes.
Yeah, of course. And also, you associate that music with particular sequences already.
Yes.
I really did appreciate though that he managed to subtly work the Elfman theme into that menu music. Like it is in
Yeah,
there.
that's a tribute to the Danny Elfman music. So he keep that, and I like because he made like a little approach to that, and that melody, and then he separate totally, and that's amazing for me.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And that gets the attention from the people
Yep.
because you are watching the Batman, that you're watching hey, the music tells you, hey, this is the old movie, this is the old Batman, and that's amazing.
So when I got into that demo, you're in the Batcave and you walk all around the cave and you don't expect it to be as expansive as it is, and then you get in the car and you go to the city, and then I'm like, it could have ended there. How is this 20 minutes long? And then we were in the square and I'm like, he designed the okay, and then I expect to just walk around that square for the next 15 minutes of the video, but eventually we wind up in the Flugelheim Museum, And the most impressive thing of the entire job to me, Osmany, is that every single painting in that museum is jacked up the way it was by the Joker's men. That was amazing that you put that much effort and detail into it. Can you talk a little bit about the visual research that you had to do beyond just watching the films?
Yes. Even though I have email from some guy that, hey man, I need to make like short film about the Batman movie. I need you, if you can, to bring me the demo. Yeah, man, I can't do that because copyright issues, no. But
Sure.
I answered to him. But in internet have a lot of information about that. So I use I don't know how's the name of the website. I think it's Batman 9089.com. I don't remember. They have here in there a lot of information about the Pinewood Studios from Inglaterra. I use this a lot because they have like the all the mock-ups from the how they build of the sets in the movie, and I use the movie as well in itself. So I was working with the movie in my other screen of my computers, right? So I for me that's a foundation of the great project. Research. You need to research. You need to before to get into the computer. You need to research. You need, even though I was watching Metropolis, was a movie from German Expressionists,
Yeah.
and Tim Burton have a lot of reference of the shadow, and you have to watch the foundation of the aesthetic that I was talking to you. I have the Gabinete of Dr. Caligari. I don't know how to say that in English, but it's another German movie.
Yep.
And made my research. Tim Burton used like a brutalism architecture from some Japanese artists in this movie. So that's what was a curious thing to me. So I made a lot of research in order to get the aesthetic and don't be so way off from the movie. So that for me is the more important thing, even more important than if you have talent or not to do that, to do you know how to modeling, you know how that's only this is the tool that you have in order to get some product. Sometimes the people spend say, I know to modeling that, I know to handle that software, I don't know how to use that. That's very cool, but you have to know how to make your own research. So I tell you that because some people ask me why you was talking about the accurate for the project between the project and the movie, and that's why I even though I know I have a few mistakes in that demo. It's normal because I had to keep empty space that the movie doesn't give me like a visual information. So that was I was collecting information about the movie, and the museum was so curious because I want to, I was planning to have only the city because it was on the graduation from the school, Berkeley school, music school, and he told me, man, I need a week to in order to make my exam, my test, my final exams, and I had like a week without nothing. Okay, I have to make something. If I have a week, I I will make something more about the city. So I was between the temple, the church, and something more, more small. I picked the museum because it was more small, more quick to do because the church is amazing. The museum took me a week, only a week.
Wow. But I mean,
So
that's still astounding that you're one guy. Like that's the thing that blows my mind is that you by yourself were able to create this in a few months.
yeah, thank you. Was painful. That's the good thing that in the time I was planning to make the museum, I already have learned a lot because the other mistake that we made, in the same project, because I learned how to make all more fast. The workflow I can handle so very well the workflow. I already have the knowledge that I didn't have at the beginning of the project, so that helped me a lot. You see the entire set, but I only have to do the pieces, and I copy and paste. The museum is like have a lot of pieces to in order to get the structure of the museum. Of course, it's hard, but the work is less than Gotham City, for example. Gotham City is more, most bigger, have a lot of um, styles, it's style like architectural styles, and the museum is an
Yeah.
interior. It's more easy to handle.
So, given that, how long did the Batcave take?
How long? I don't remember. Took me like a little bit, like a month. Yes, because you have rocks in there, you have more organic thing, and there is not so much information about the cave in that movie. There is like 2 or 3 shots, and that's it. And I had to recreate, some the other elements that we don't see in the movie. I had to imagine, a little bit how would be the the layout of the cave of
It
the
was
camp.
really believable. Like I buy that that's what the rest of that would look like.
Yeah, man, I tell you, I was blown out when I saw the video reaction. It was amazing. That was the greatest gift in my life. I saw the people. You was I saw. I don't remember the name of the guy who was like, you need to make that. We need to this happen. We need that. Was euphoric. I was laughing all the time. Oh man, it was amazing because when you see that I'm a fan of Batman movie, of Tim Burton, Batman and Tim Burton. When you see that in people like you, that as fan, we are the same level. I'm not better than anyone, so I create this for myself and for you guys. So this is for us. This is no, this is a very passionate project. Here is no money. It's only passion. So when you people give it this back, you see that is amazing. So I want to thank all the guys who took this time to make. I want to thank to you, of course, to call me.
Oh, of
And
course, man. Happy to do it.
yes, that's amazing. That's amazing. Even when the project was stood down, we don't know. Maybe this is a trigger to want to make a old style Batman game with all the. They have a amazing professional guys in there. I like the Arkham games. I think they're amazing. So much details. The project that it is a different approach. It's Batman, but when you wrote the word Batman, you have a lot of approach to this word because Batman there is so much to do with Batman. I picked to do the Tim Burton Batman because I huge fan of Tim Burton, or I like it a lot. But for example, Chris Nolan Batman, the Joker, and Heath Ledger performance, I like it a lot. So this is a different approach. This is a more realistic approach to Batman. I like el, Tim Burton approach because it's so dark. He he changed the game about Batman. That's 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 why this movie deserved that. Deserved great game, a great game. I think I was planning to do all Batman Return stuff. I was planning to surprise people with that. I was starting to modeling the Goran Plaza from Batman
Oh
Returns.
wow. Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you were thinking at all about moving forward, because I know on your website you were saying you weren't sure if you would do any more, and you said the next thing you would do was model the church.
I was dealing with that in my mind. I tell you what, but I was waiting what happened with this.
Did you ever have that thought in the back of your mind? It would be great if they saw this and wanted to make this game.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it will be great with us. So in gaming industry, it's not too simple like you are going to make a game. There is a lot of thing, a lot of department, in order to make a game. I don't feel comfortable making some kind of thing that I made in Batman game my demo, sorry, because I don't like to program to scripting something to the programming thing. I don't like to handle with that. I have to do it because I don't have help in that part. The parallel universe that wanted say, hey man, I want you to make this game and we will get all the resource, of course. I would like to make no Batman 89, no Batman Returns. See, I would like to make like a Tim Burton Batman universe, where all that things comes together. The yoga with the penguin, with Harvey Dent, that character that in the movies uh, was so sparkling because the I don't know I don't remember the name of this actor who
Billy
played.
D. Billy D. Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to make a happy day with this actor because putting together Catwoman and Joker and Penguin in the same universe with the. I was planning to do that. I was planning to do this part of Gotham City of Batman, first movie of Batman. This is called Gotham Square, but the Gotham City of Batman Return, I think it's called Gotham Plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was planning to make these two in location in the same environment.
That's cool.
Because this Gotham Plaza could be in the more deep in the city. You can ride with the body mobile in that part of Gotham City. You can get into the Gotham Plaza, for example, or you can visit this universe of Batman Return, but not to make separate things.
Well, and you could put in the zoo, and there's quite a bit more
I
going
tell
on,
you,
of course.
I will tell you something. I had the Michael Keaton model inside the game. So the fact that you can take out the suit and be Michael Keaton was real, but I was afraid because Michael Keaton is a person, and
Oh, sure.
yes, I don't know how to handle it. I don't know even the game already have copyright issues. If I want little afraid to make a real Michael Keaton, I made the Bruce Wayne with the total
The turtleneck. Yeah.
yeah, I made all that.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is inside the game, but it's not active. It's no you can play with that. So you can play with the character because of that. So my plan was I was planning to make the mansion. I was planning to make, for example, you can went to the city, go to the city as Bruce Wayne at the day in order to make some I don't know missions or tasks and come back and for the night you'll be Batman, for example. That would be great.
Yeah. Well, and it also occurs to me that it would be neat to see Gotham Plaza from Batman Returns in a different time of year, because we've only seen it at Christmas time. We've only seen it in the winter.
Yes. So
So
I
did
tell you,
you? Are you imagining? Were you able to develop, of course, the full game, the story being a Batman 3 of sorts? sort of like Ghostbusters the video game was kind of like a Ghostbusters 3, because you said you weren't thinking of it as an adaptation of either of those movies, but exploring the whole world. Story wise, do you imagine it as a sequel to those movies?
Yes, I'm not a great storyteller. I like more to be behind the graphics and put all together in that. But yes, because we have Tim Burton movie have all the resource to do that. For example, in Batman Return there is a lot of character. There is a lot of you can make a new story with those characters. Even Joker dies in the first movie, but you still have Catwoman, you still have Harvey Dent. I think yes, of course.
Yeah, I would think you would probably want to make him Two Face in that game. That seems like the obvious place to go.
I saw in my research, I saw a lot of fan art from this guy with the Two Face.
Yeah,
Even the people thought that Happy Day would be in the Batman Forever movie because they wanted to,
yeah.
in order to get the same. I remember when I was a child, I saw Batman Forever and I started to cry. Yes, that
Really,
was
because it
fun.
wasn't that Harvey Dent. Wow.
No, because Michael Keaton wasn't there.
Oh, okay, okay.
I started to cry. Well, even Val Kilmer is a great actor for me. That guy is, but for me, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm becoming I'm becoming an old guy. But I don't know. For me, Michael Keaton is great, man. He's for me, it's an icon. That's why I decided to put, you know, all my feelings in this universe because the way he handled the balls, I don't know, man. And it's curious because Michael Keaton have like a bat in the shape of
Yeah,
the yeah.
in
I
his
don't know how.
in his eyebrows, in his
Yes,
forehead. Yeah,
he has that like expression by default, you know.
and he's lit a lot in that movie to accentuate that, right? Like the lighting of the camera knows that his
Yeah,
face does that.
and this is the more the other important thing that I play with the light because I like to read a lot all the reaction. I saw one guy that was posting it ready. I don't know if it wasn't ready. Oh man, this game laugh a lot has a lot of issues, but that guy hid all the issues with the light.
Okay.
Cool. That's cool because that's is that game. That is the main thing of the game. High issues with some tricks. All the game have issues because you need to optimize all the time. I have issue with the preload with the stream. Of course, I cut the scenes between all the stage because the loading time was too large.
Oh wow.
I was working in order to improve that much better. So of course, when the project was taken down, I left the project like that. So always you have to handle when you are making a game, you have to handle a lot of things. It's not the graphics; it's a lot of things in order to make a frame rate uh, and all that technical things runs together in the better way possible. So
Well,
yes,
Osmani, we are nearly out of time. Let me ask you a couple more things real quick. First of all, just because we were just talking about Billy D. Williams, Two Face, and all of that, I don't know if you're aware that DC is developing a Batman '89 comic series that's going to happen this summer. But they're going to tell that story in comics. They're gonna have that Harvey Dent become Two-Face in a comic series, and Sam Hamm is coming back to write it, and I am just absolutely stoked about it. And of course, Sam Hamm is who I would want to write your game if that game got made.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
That's going to be exciting. So you'll have to get your hands on that because I can't wait to see it, and I'll have to ask you what you think of it when it comes out.
Yes.
What is your favorite of the Arkham games? Got to ask you that.
Yes, I didn't play a lot of Arkham games.
Okay.
Well, no, because I like, but I play Arkham of this series. I play the Arkham City. Arkham City. Yes.
City is the one that you reference on your website, yeah, and that was my favorite as well.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I remember I in that time I had the game. I was in Cuba, right? I was in Cuba, and we have like in Cuba we have all that kind of pirate games. We have to install and fake Steam service in order to get a game of blood. It's very tricky.
Wow.
And I was doing that. Because in Cuba we don't have that service because Cuba is a different universe. So yes, I remember I said, okay, let me test that game of Batman to see what is how plays, how is the the graphics, the history. I started to test at 8 a.m. of the morning. Remember, I finished, and another day, I was like at 2 a.m. I started playing was like because the game was amazing. I like it a lot. I took the reference. I recently bought get this one game for Rocksteady is Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight, yeah.
Okay. And I took the reference for the menu of this demo that I was because I like it a lot. That mysterious approach with Batman, with the with the lighting. I like it a lot. I want to put that modern style into the retro style of Batman because even the typography of the logo of Batman, Tim Burton Batman, is like a more old school character. The typography.
Sure.
So I want to make this modern style because I like it a lot the way that Rocksteady handled that. I want to mix that with the old school of Batman.
If you haven't had a chance to look at it, if you haven't played much of that game and looked at any of the DLC at all, there are driving courses that go through scenes in '89 and also Returns. And initially, I thought maybe you used some of that as reference because those guys have actually created some of the stuff that you did in your game in those driving sections. They're basically like race courses.
When I was looking for the all the at the beginning of the video reactions on YouTube, of course I saw a gameplay video of that DLC.
Oh, cool.
I saw the Batmobile from but before that I didn't see it. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's kind of the closest to some of this that we've had before. And I think that just having those race courses, I think, had a lot of people thinking, like, it would be really great to get to play this as a game.
I realized that there is a... I get that from the DLC because some people was reacting about that. Hey, this is like kind of DLC from Batman Arkham Knight. Okay, let me check that. So.
Oh, cool. So you have seen it. That's, yeah.
I think it's amazing.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Last thing I gotta ask you is, what is your favorite old school Batman game, 8 and 16-bit? Because I know that those were big inspirations on you as well. You're the only person I've met, I think, that actually legitimately likes Return of the Joker. I love that game. I don't care that Batman's using guns. It's beautiful.
I like it a lot. because that's a game was developed by Sunsoft. In that time, they pushed the NES to the limiter of the hardware because this game is amazing. It has a parallax effect in 8 bits, has have an amazing music soundtrack. I like it a lot. I played this game because in Cuba, when I was a child, we don't used to have a game console, so we rented it. Like 2 days or 3 days.
Right. Yeah.
Some friend who owns the console. So I think I played the first 3 levels
And it's
because
hard.
it's hard, very hard game, but it's amazing. I like it a lot. I like the graphics. I like it. Of course, it was in inspiration in order to make that game and Batman Return from Super NES.
And you said that was the first Super Nintendo game you played.
Yes, the first that I saw. When I saw Super NES for first time, I saw with Batman Returns. I'm blown away. It was amazing.
It's beautiful. Yeah. So
It's,
so is does Return of the Joker beat out the original Batman game for you, or is that still the better game?
for me, it's Return of the Joker. Yes, Batman '89 has the
Me
good
too,
thing.
and no one agrees with us. I'm very excited to find somebody that agrees with me on
Please
this.
don't blame me. Don't blame me. This is just just we are talking, just talking. So I think Batman '89 have all the improvement of the movie graphics, the museum, the church, but in terms of gameplay, I I like Batman Return of the Joker a little bit more, because
I'm with you.
yes, it's like more like a Mega Man school of game. You have jumping to platform in order to get high. The game design plays with the play with the with the all uh, patches. The side and the vertical,
Right.
and I like it a lot because Mega Man used to do that a lot. And I think they took a little bit of the gameplay of Mega Man. I don't know. I just uh,
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
yeah. But my feedback, I don't know why, was much better with it for the game. Even even though this is not, I just say to call like, this is not a classic Batman game because the Batman game is about the movie, no.
And because
So
he's shooting guns.
yes, well, that's
But
me.
yeah, but Keaton's Batman also sort of shot guns. So
Yes.
well, Osmany, thanks so much for joining me, man, and for talking
Thank
about the
you.
game, the demo. It's clearly your passion shows through. It's ridiculous and beautiful what that thing looks
Thanks a
like,
lot.
and really big deal that you took the time to talk to me. So thanks a bunch for it.
Thanks for having me in your channel. I hope you understand a little bit that I was saying because my English is not so fluid, but
I mean, I really appreciate you talking to me regardless of that, and I didn't have too much of a difficulty listening to you, so thanks for
I
doing it. I think you sell yourself short on your English, sir. I think it's pretty good.
no, I don't want to say that, man.
Uh, where
Oh,
can where can people see things you're working on?
I have these three options. So the YouTube channel, my Instagram, and not my Instagram, IndiePath Instagram, IndiePath YouTube channel, and my personal website it will be more for professional things like a portfolio.
Sure.
Uh, but I think I will use more YouTube and Instagram than my personal website. Maybe when some project will be finished, I jump to my website with information. I will jump to my website. So that's it.
Well, thanks, man. I know I speak for a lot of people when I say that I hope at some point you get to finish it and that you get to work in the Batman space, and you absolutely deserve it and should get to do that. And I
Uh,
hope that that happens for you. Of
I want to thank you for inviting me to your channel. It's
course.
an honor for me And I want to thank all the people, man, that I was writing on my indie pulp channel, all the support. I really grateful with that. So uh, that's why sometimes you have to do, your job for passion and not for money. That's why.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments and all the encouragement to Osmany, and all the best to you, man. Thanks again, and we will see everybody again with lots more fun stuff here on Geekvolution coming up throughout the week and coming weeks. I was Captain Logan, and thanks again to you, man. Really appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks to you.
Bye, folks.